There's the champ, Dricus. How's it, brother?
I am good, thanks, and you?
Sherlyn asked me a question about 10 minutes ago, and she said,
Sorry, Dricus, I don't know a lot about fighting, so Darren just had to chat to me a little bit before the show.
Well, let's hear the question before I judge and say, no offense taken.
no, so Sherlyn said, has he moved to America? And is he living there and fighting there? And I said very proudly, no, Dricus still fights out of Pretoria.
Yes, please. And that's not changing anytime soon, I can guarantee you that.
And tell me, Dricus, what is it about Pretoria? Because I genuinely just assumed you would want to be in the States. What does Pretoria have that the USA just simply doesn't?
Well, the first day people, Afrikaans. I'm allowed to bribe without a license. And it's just not my home. I think, Pretoria and South Africa in general is just, it's my home. I've been all over the world and I can never wait to go home. It's the best place on earth. I don't want to live anywhere else. My family's there. My people are there. It's just, I have a lot of friends that's moved out of South Africa and they love it. They love it. It's just for me personally, I don't see myself raising my kids one day anywhere else than South Africa.
And of course, with all your success and all the opportunities around, unfortunately, it does take you out of the country, Dricus. Do you find that you are more in, Australia and the US than South Africa, or do you find that it's a bit of a balance?
No, it's a bit of a balance. I would say, I come to the United States or to wherever I have to for training, whether it be training sometimes. But my main training camp is in South Africa. I train in my coaches, my whole team is in South Africa. If we do get people in, we mostly try to get them to South Africa. I'll bring them in for a couple of weeks or a couple of months to come and train with us there at home. But a lot of times I have to travel for the stuff that I do. But, for me, as soon as I'm done after a fight, I'm back home. I'm going back home. I can't wait to go back home, and that's it. So, it's about the balance. But I can 100% tell you that all these beautiful and amazing places that I've had the privilege of seeing, there's just nothing like getting on that plane. Once you sit down in South Africa, it's the best.
Now, Dricus, let's just jump to the fight quickly. So it's August 16th. It's been billed very much across the globe as the fight of the year. It's the one that everybody wants to see. Now, every time we chat to you, because of the level that you're at, it is the biggest fight that you're about to have. So this is, bar none, this is your biggest fight that you will ever have, This guy, I've watched all the pundits, all the pros, all the ex-pros, all saying now, and it's lovely to see because the tide has turned, where they're all saying, majority of them are saying, Khamzat's got no chance. Take him to the third round, he's done. So your preparations, firstly, on this, walk us through that. If you want to reveal strategy, that's great. If you don't, that's perfect. I've been looking at the Russian fighters and what they're saying, because obviously this is their boy. And Khabib said, I don't know if you saw this, Khabib said what he would advise to Khamzat Chimaev is that don't take Dricus to the ground, box him. Have you heard that?
Yes, I've heard that.
And what do you think about, because he's obviously traditionally a wrestler, so we on this side are thinking he's going to be taking you to the ground. And what a lot of people don't know is that Dricus has got an incredible ground game. He just never had to show it many times before.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, when you look at a guy like Khamzat, he's always going to revert to, in any situation, it is like this, where if things get tough, you're going to do what you know best. And that is wrestling and grappling. That's almost for him a safe haven. But in this case, it's not going to be. I honestly believe in where we are in this day and age. There was a time where wrestlers just were champions. They were just taking people down, boring fights, hold them down, not really doing anything, just being able to dictate where the fight takes place, whether it's going to be on the feet or on the ground. And where the sport is now, everybody can wrestle, everybody can grapple, everybody can strike. And it's about being the more all-around guy is going to be the better guy, in my opinion. I think so. So that's the one thing. If the fight gets to a position where it's going to be both are tight, he's going to just try and wrestle, and that makes him desperate for one specific area. Where for me, I'm not desperate for one area, and that's what I believe sets me apart in this sport. Is I do not prefer the ground game, the striking or anything. I'm there to see where this fight goes and being able to fight there. And that's where my mindset's at. And a lot of people going, get past the first 1.5 rounds, and you got this. He needs to get past that first round. I'm going in there. I'm not going in there to defend anything. I'm going there to attack. I'm the hunter when I get in there. I'm not gonna let him do his thing for one round. I'm gonna go out there full speed and try and get him out there in the first round.
Now, Dricus, I've had a black belt in kitty karate, right? Now,
Let's hear this.
Now, I want to give you some advice here. I don't think
Please.
you've got the
You want to give
I'm gonna give you
Dricus advice, and
I'm
you're
gonna-
not. This is not a joke. You being serious?
This is not a joke.
Okay.
Because now, so you're the world's greatest, right? You've got the world's greatest coaches. You've got the world's greatest team around you there. But I don't think anybody's given you this advice. Because when I see it on the ground and they clinch and you go, he's got you, don't tap, don't tap, don't tap. My advice to you, pinch.
Pinch him?
Pinch him. Are you allowed to pinch in the UFC?
You are, unfortunately, you are not allowed to pinch him. No. That's not a bad idea because
I thought
pinching hurts a lot more
pinched
than like that.
meant something else when you said it, Darren. I don't know what that was.
Pinching,
Like pinch what?
pinch his skin. They're always going to let go with a pinch.
What are
know?
you going to
No,
say
pinch
next?
it hurts more than you would think.
Yeah, exactly.
But you're not allowed to do it.
What are you going to say next? Tickle him.
Well, tickle him under his feet. I don't know. He's going to... Or what about this? Do you know, this was a move that we learned in black belt karate, okay? So when you get into a headlock like this, your knuckle like this, okay? Can you see this,
Yes.
Dricus?
I can see that.
Your knuckle like this, where you'd normally give a noogie on the top of the head like this, right?
Yeah.
In between the ribs, in the rib cage. Grind it in there. I'm telling you, he's going to let you go.
I hear you. I know exactly what you mean, and that used to hurt me when I was younger too. But
Yeah.
as a professional fighter, we are too conditioned. That's not going to have the effect that you wish for.
Or is it not going to be great in the press conference that you won by...
No, I wouldn't even mind that, but it's not going to have the effect that you think. With the adrenaline and the amount, like your ribs are so conditioned to getting kicked and everything that doesn't. You lose kind of the feeling of, the sensitivity of the ribs. So it's not going to have the same effect.
Damn. And I
So-
thought I'd cracked the code here.
Unfortunately.
Sorry, Dricus. I thought
Yeah,
I was...
because that would be legal. 100%.
I want you to be honest with us. How many laymen like Darren come to you a week or two before a fight and give you all kinds of advice?
Excuse me, layman. Black belt kitty karate.
Kitty karate experts
Yeah.
who come to you and give you the strategy to win a fight. And
And they're
how many
serious.
do you
That
take
is
seriously?
That is an amazing question, and you would not believe it.
What is the best you've heard?
You would not believe it.
What is the best you've heard other
I've-
than tickling under the feet and pinching?
Jeez, I've had guys giving me, I'm talking about not just advice, giving me full programs, even before the fight camp starts. I'm talking about in the morning you wake up and you do this, then you do this, then you do that, you eat this, only this, then you drink that. It's very entertaining because people go, and they'll do it this week. They're like, Dricus, when you fight this guy, do this and this. I think, guys, I've been preparing for this fight for 3 months. It's a little bit late now. You know what I'm saying?
Where have you been
I'm
my
not
whole
doing
career?
But
Like,
it speaks to the
it's a-
passion, hey? The people just
that's what
want
I'm
the
saying.
best
I mean,
for
you get
you.
some. There's some of it where I'm just like, thank you, because I know it comes from a good place.
Yeah.
But sometimes I'm just like, guy, shut up. Man, what do you know? Because people will get into arguments with you sometimes.
Yeah.
They're like, no, that's a terrible idea. You shouldn't do that. And I'm like, what are you? what's your credentials? They're like, no, I've watched a lot of fights.
Valid.
All right.
Like hours and
Okay.
hours.
You know, I knocked this kid out
Hours and hours.
in the playgrounds once, you know.
Yeah. But I
Yeah.
mean, like you said, it is in most cases, it shows passion, and, I appreciate it for what it is.
Because you know what, Dricus, the reality is, okay, so I did kiddie karate, and I was very proud of my black belt, okay, but what I soon realized is that in the first fight that I had, the first time the guy hit me, boom, I went down to a brown belt. He hit me again, boom, I was down to a blue belt.
That is factual.
Boom. I was a white belt after the fifth hit, and I was like, I got nothing. Didn't help at all.
Well, that is the name of the game, because in fighting especially, in other sports, game plan is also very important, but at the end of the day, it's still a fight. It is you can be winning that fight for the whole duration, in the last minute get caught with one punch, and the fight's over. You lose, done. It does not work on a point system unless you go to a judge's decision. And at the end of the day, in a fight, which makes it very unique to other sports, I believe, is that the fight is never over until it's over. It's never over. Sometimes in a rugby game, if you have a 50-point lead, they can score 4 tries. They're still not going to be able to beat you.
Yeah.
Where in fighting, it's never over. You can win every round, and in the last minute of that fight, you get caught with something.
Yeah.
And that's what makes fighting different, because like you said, you can be the best wrestler, grappler, striker, anything in the world. One punch changes everything. Now all of a sudden you're on your back. You're a striker. You get on your back. Now you're like a fish out of water. You don't know what to do. And that's what makes this sport so interesting, is the fact that all these ideas, game plan that we train, at the end of the day, it comes down to who's willing to go and be the best fighter.
You know, Dricus, I firmly believe right now in South Africa, you are bigger than the Springboks.
Let me tell you this. I think myself and the Springboks, we have created such almost a merge in terms of a collaboration with what we've been doing in representing South Africa. And I have great friends in the Springbok squad. And I think the combination of myself and them, and the fact that we team up, has brought so much inspiration to South Africa, and so much joy, that it's so cool to see. I love it. I absolutely love it. And it's amazing to be just in line with those guys that are superheroes. I mean, they are superheroes to me.
Yeah.
The Springbok squad. So to be seen as part of that is a massive, massive honor.
Now, Dricus, after this, okay, after you win this fight, then what's next? Are we going to division champ here? Because you are tracking GOAT status in the UFC now.
Yeah, I think some people ask me about that, and I always said, 3 title defenses minimum before I go up a weight division. And then also, until 2 weeks ago, I've beaten everybody in the top 5 after this fight. And, making sure that I've cleared out the division, that there's no doubt that I'm the best at that weight. But some changes, there came some changes in the last 2-3 weeks. The fights changed. I mean, there's 2 new guys in the top 5. I have not went to sit down and thought about it. I am going up in a weight division, for sure. Is it after this fight? I'm not 100% sure yet. I have really, to be honest, a fight like this, with the magnitude of this fight, every single ounce of my being has been focused on this. I haven't even thought about any other opponents, any other career moves. As far as I'm concerned, my life ends this weekend. For me, I'm giving every ounce out of every bit of me to make sure that I win this fight, no matter what it takes. So as far as any future plans, there are no planning.
And Dricus,
there are no future plans for me.
Sorry for interjecting, but what does a typical day look like days before such a big fight? Like, how many hours are we in the gym?
Well, right now, I mean, during the camp, we're in the gym around 6 hours a day. Sometimes a little bit less, sometimes a little bit more. And, that is just the physical training. Then, of course, there's if you consider the mental training, you consider the recovery training, going for your physio training, all that adds up to 8, 10 hours some days. Then you add, and now that is during camp. Now in fight week, it gets, we've tapered down the training because you can't put your body through that the whole time. We've tapered down training to around an hour and a half to 2 hours a day. The intensity obviously changed with the training too, because you have to make sure that your body is recovered when you get in there. So this is just maintenance right now. The hard work's already been done. But
And
in a week like this, your media schedule it's always like this, especially as a main event in the UFC. It's the media schedule takes a lot. It's crazy.
and sleep? Wanneer slaap jy? Like surely that's
Yeah,
also
sleep. I
important.
mean, yeah. I mean, that's why I came to Chicago 3 weeks in advance, because it's early, but we are 7 hours. It's a 7 hour time difference, so it takes me a week to get my sleep pattern to where I want to be, and then I have 2 weeks to get perform at my best. And that week I take that week to climatize. Training is harder. You're sleeping 2-3 hours a night sometimes because of the time difference,
Sure.
and you have to get that right. But now sleep is so important, and my sleep is incredible now. I mean, I go to sleep around 10. I try to stay awake as late as I possibly can. I wake up around 6:30, 7, and then the day starts.
And Dricus, waar is Vasti?
Say Lenny Comer.
Is it? Okay.
Oh, lekker is. Ah,
we always...
She absolutely loves the city. She's a photographer too.
Yeah.
And Chicago is truly one of the most beautiful cities I've ever seen. I'm not a big city guy, but we don't have a city like this. We don't know this. It's crazy. As far as your eye can see, there is no mountain.
Yeah.
There is no nothing. It's just city, but the architecture it's spectacular. And it's clean, because these big cities usually are kind of filthy. I don't like it. And Chicago is one of the cleanest cities I've ever seen. The buildings and everything is amazing. She loves it.
You know what, Dricus? There's the last time we spoke, you mentioned there were only two things that you were scared of. One was sharks, and the other one was the dark. All right.
I forgot my mother in there. I should.
Wat is die tannie se naam?
Tannie Gerda en dan Jessie. Tannie Gerda is baie kwaai.
Hallo tannie Gerda.
Tannie Gerda sounds like my Afrikaans teacher at school.
Jessie, net kwaaier, ek beloof jou.
Feared and revered.
Die
With this,
beste ma in die wêreld, by verre.
of course. Your mother used to race cars, is that right? Was it your mother or your father?
Yeah, I mean, she had a couple of races, yes. Yeah. Her family, her family side used to race cars, and she also had a few races. I think she was pregnant with my brother when she was still racing.
What a woman.
Multitasker.
My mom is a badass woman, I have to tell you that.
On brand.
Now, someone who seems to want to join your family is Jack Perro, who is making his way to Chicago to support you and also made a song for you. Have you obviously heard the
Yes.
song? And how excited are you about this? Because we're keen to see how this plays out.
Yeah, me and Jack, I've known him quite a while. Zander is such a nice guy. He's one of the coolest persons. We are both monster athletes too. Well, I'm an athlete. He's an artist.
He's looking good, unless this is an old picture that they're using for the promo.
No, but he is such a and this song, it is really, I mean, I might be biased because the song's name is DDP, but it is one of the best songs it's one of the best DDP songs, so the best DDP song for sure. It is incredible. I love it.
It is.
I love the old school rock. It sounds like a Biscuit kind of vibe. It is like a rock rap vibe. We've been listening to it, the whole team, every day while we train, every single day.
So is this now the new song you're going to be walking out to, or what?
Unfortunately, no, I can't do that because I'm not really superstitious, but I've been walking out to the same song for 10 years.
And that's
11
Kurt
years.
Darren's kaptein.
Kaptein, kan nie kaptein laat gaan nie, sorry. So that is a hard one, but I mean, the DDP song is insane. I absolutely love it.
Okay.
But speaking of, do you have any other fight day superstitions?
No, actually, no, I don't have any. I used to when I was younger, but then I'm a religious man, and then I just realized like superstitions means, if that can't happen, you're putting your belief in something physical, which I don't believe in at all anymore.
It seems like that mental training that you're doing is also paying off, Dricus.
Yes, absolutely. Mentally, I believe I'm truly unbreakable, and that is a very, very big weapon to have in this game.
Dricus, so you're scared of the dark, sharks, and your mom, right? Fair play.
Yes.
You're not scared of anything else?
Nope.
Okay. So
Nothing physical, I can tell you that.
Sure. So one of your good friends, old Jonathan, Radio Raps, all right?
Yes.
We've been chatting, okay? Now, Dricus is known, you're very witty, you're very funny, you're hilarious, your comebacks are quick with the fighters, you're very, very smart, very sharp. Okay, so here at the Grand Arena Grand West, 5,600 people, I've got a comedy show happening in October, all right? Myself, Skulk Poseidon-Note, Mark Lottering, Alfred Adrian, Joey Rasdeen. Did I forget anybody?
It's your lineup.
Yeah, it's the five. Okay. We've got 2 nights sold out. I want to challenge you to come and do 3 minutes of stand-up comedy on the big sellout stage.
Yeah.
You want to see fear?
Shit.
Let's see. You fought in that arena, fighting. What about you
Yes,
doing...
okay. I mean, it sounds terrifying. What do you say? You just make stuff up.
You're
How
funny.
do you just make stuff up?
You're naturally funny. You really are naturally funny.
I need people. Okay, well, I mean, yeah. I'll do that.
Jonathan will help you.
Jeez, that sounds terrifying. And what do you say when you don't have anything to say? What do you do?
Well, then...
Improv.
Yeah.
Let's say you get into 1 minute and you don't have anything left to say. What do you say?
Look, everybody loves you anyways, so it's going to be easy for you.
Do I just take off my shirt and see what happens?
Then you're going to get an applause.
Change
and
it into a dancing show? That's it. Just start stripping. That's how it goes.
17 October or 18 October. I'm telling you. There. Bring the cameras.
Okay.
Tell Jonathan
All right.
this is what we're doing, because Jonathan was this close to being on the lineup as well, but he's singing now,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. No, this sounds like not the worst idea. I'm definitely in.
Just organize a fight
I'm
for
in.
that day, Dricus.
Yeah, because you know what would be comedy? You bring your black belt and we spar in front of the people. That would be 3 minutes of comedy.
Okay, yeah, so we'll do a your domain and my domain.
That sounds perfect.
My money's on Dricus.
Mine too, man, mine too. Listen, Dricus, you're incredible, man. Good luck for the fight. It's going to be probably around about 7 a.m. Sunday morning, South Africa time.
I think because we're fighting in Chicago and Vegas, they changed the times a little. I think my fight's going to be. I think if you tune in from 6 o'clock, it's 6 a.m. in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning, Sunday morning. That's going to be around about when my fight between 6 and 6:30. That's where my fight will start.
Sure. It's incredible. We can't wait. Again, you've got a whole nation. I think you've got a whole continent behind you now, actually. In fact, I think you've got the whole of the United States behind you as well.
Yeah, that'd be great. I can't wait to go out there, make my country proud once again, and bring the belt home.
Dricus, thank you for your time, my friend. I know it's so busy. I hope we didn't bore you. You're a legend. We love you.
Not at all. It was the best one. The best one. My friend.
And still, that's what we're going to hear. Okay.
Go Dricus.
Thank you so much, guys.
Chat
Have a
soon.
great evening. Have a good one,
Bye-bye.
guys.
Dricus Du
Bye-bye.
Plessis, thank you, sir.
Kfm